Now we are at one of my favorite parts, upcycling something that you buy at the shop and giving that a makeover into a masterpiece of its own. We had to call on the big guns. We called Chef Jay back to help us learn how to transform an ordinary store-bought cake into a masterpiece of its own.
Pali, this is something that even I as a professional do on a, not a daily basis. I mean, I wish I could have cake every day. But I do it often because we never have enough time in our lives, but we've got to make time for cake. So we're going to get stuck straight into it. Kimberly, I'm going to ask you to start stacking those two cakes. And it's literally just two cakes that we've bought from a supermarket.
Okay.
And it's as simple as that. But I've got one here that I've already stacked and started to cover. And I just want to show the viewers quickly. This is my best friend. This is my turntable, turntable. If you are someone who wants to do cakes a lot, I strongly advise to invest in one. But I'm going to show you another technique that I use at home. So you just got yourself a bowl over here, some kitchen towel, and then on you go with your cake, and that gives you a nice, stable, thing to work with. Just be careful not to get your cake sliding off.
I mean, Kimberly, I don't know about you, but sometimes I do see some of these bakers on social media. They've got that turntable that Chef Jay was talking about, allowing them to be able to ice the cake perfectly. But isn't this a tip that you could probably try at home as well?
Yeah, 100%. Also, the icing, you could literally just turn the plate, really.
I see
get the icing all on the sides. Try and cover as much as you can. Ooh, let's not have the cake falling off the top.
No, listen, it can be a leaning tower pizza. That's okay, too. And Chef Jay, on your side, you've got something that's leveling it all out.
So I've got this little fancy scraper that my good friend Samantha from the Taste Master actually gave me. And this is a nice tool to also have if you are into cakes, especially to get those sharp edges. But often, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I've got this other side. This is the crumb coat that I've put. That's literally just to catch the crumbs of the cake. Refrigerate for 30 minutes, and you can see it's soft, it's hard to the touch. Once you get to that phase, I've got some store-bought icing here. And what I'm going to do is just use my palette knife over here, offset palette knife, to just lather that on. And we're just going to, give it a bit of a cloud effect, add some whimsy, and like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So if you don't have the correct tools at home, you can literally make do with what you have. And in fact, I've got a spoon over here, so I'm going to actually go in with a spoon. Just dollop some on, and you just want to just create a wavy effect, which is really stunning at the same time. It doesn't have to be perfect. At the end of the day, baking is done with love. As long as it's been done with love, listen, it will be appreciated.
It's a winner. Chef Jay, on social media, we have been asking our viewers, do they have any questions for you? And I believe you already scrolled through the socials and you have a question.
So I think we have a question from Karunisa, and that was just about how to stack two ganache cakes. Essentially what we're doing today. But remember, with chocolate cakes, they're usually a bit denser, so they sometimes squash. Put some straws in the middle, and Bob's your uncle.
Okay. Love that. Well, I hope that your question has been answered. Keep decorating. I think we need to steal some decorations on your side. I think that you're pretty much done here, Kimberly. You got the rustic look going. You see,
I do.
If something's messy in the kitchen, I just call it rustic cha. So do you want to steal some decorating pieces from Jay there?
Okay, so you need more icing.
Yeah, a little bit more. That looks so good.
This is also to show that you're not going to waste anything. But I just want to show you quickly, Pali, creating a drip effect. I've got a squeezy bottle, also my best friend, and I've also got a teaspoon, and you can also create the drip with a teaspoon. You literally just add some to the top.
Stunning.
And you can create the same drip. And also, I've got some stunning flowers. Guys, also, just be careful at home. You want to just put a bit of foil on your flowers and insert it into the cake, and that way you're not contaminating this beautiful
Yeah,
cake.
I was going to say, please make sure that these flowers that you might use, you could use edible cakes, flowers. If you do take some flowers out of your garden, make sure that you do wrap them in that foil so we make sure no pesticides are in there or any of that yuckiness. We want to make sure that we're safe.
And there we go. We've got a beautiful cake that we've just turned
Oh, that looks amazing.
from 2 store-bought cakes into a beautiful showstopper.
Stunning. Well, Kimberly, as you are putting the finishing touches on your cake, if you would like to get this recipe and all the tips and tricks on decorating store-bought cakes, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Keep going, girl. You're doing great, sweetie.